Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo July 2, 2022. This morning is strong for considering the long view related to work, reputation, career, or health. Making plans can be exciting and motivating, and you may have an ace up your sleeve today. There is a good, healthy focus on your work or services. As you recognize the rewards of work or routines, you're likely to be appreciated more. The moon moves into your sign later today, and your emotions need channels for expression. This transit instills a need to be acknowledged and connect with your feelings. You are in the mood to relax and enjoy close friendships, although there can be a bit of urgency to your emotions now. Due to the celestial configuration, there is a strong urge to break out of all kinds of molds and restrictions today. Revolution is most definitely in the air, and this applies to your relationships as well. You may feel like displaying an aspect of your personality that you have not revealed before. It is a time to shake off any situations that are holding you back. You simply won't tolerate them. Mind over matter. You may feel like it is a tense day with the moon in Cancer opposing Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Luna is secretly emotional and sensitive, while Pluto retrograde is unearthing the truth behind aspects of your work life. The opposition tugs at your mental power today, encouraging you to lean into your sensitivity as it could help transform your job for the better. If something feels off, then trust that feeling. You can use this intuitive energy to continue transforming your job slowly but surely over time. Today may bring you to meeting a new friend. People tend to feel comfortable around you even if they are different than you are. That's because you usually accept that everyone is different, and that's okay. This is a rare and special quality. Not everyone is as open-minded as you are. Plan to do something this weekend with your new friend or hang out with another special person. There'll be no lack of people interested in spending time with you. Intensify contacts to people because they find you particularly likable right now. Plan your leisure time with family and good friends, and most importantly, make your plans together. You might feel like ringing up an old friend. The time is perfect to revive and strengthen old ties. This will make it easy for you to make new contacts and maybe even lifelong friendships. Why so shy? You're usually all about going to parties, but today you feel more like sleeping in than showing off. Enjoy the mysteries of your own odd inner workings. You'll be back to your gregarious self before you know it. This is not the time to feel sorry for yourself. If you long to find someone to share your life, give yourself every opportunity to meet someone new. This is not a time for dreaming, but to make your dreams a reality. Be courageous, get out and socialize, forget thoughts of past loves and look eagerly to the future. Pieces of your life that you have actively tried to avoid for some time may come up to the surface, causing you a bit of trouble today. That which is not organized or structured is getting more and more chaotic just to prove you a lesson. Take care of things now. Put things in order and become more aware of the ticking of the clock. There is a need for you to take care of business today. You might feel a very strong urge to travel and see some new sights on this day of your very own essence. In fact, you may find it impossible to resist under this vibration's influence. If you feel the desire to get up and take off, and it's something you can do, why not go for it? Consider taking a trip to a favorite spot or going someplace you have never been to before. There is plenty of adventure to be had no matter where you go. With Mercury just 18 days away from his return to Leo, and with your birthday month and new solar year starting just 3 days later, this is making the moon's monthly visit a lot more important this time. The moon's return to Leo each month is always a valuable chance to check in, but this time, there is a sense of anticipation in the air as you line up for the first planetary activity in your sign this year. In the short term, this is also sharpening your sixth sense, making it easier to trust your gut. It was earlier in the week that the moon spent its final hours in your friendship sector at a friendly aspect to Saturn, for the first time since his retrograde turn in your relationship sector. That same aspect is being repeated, except instead of the moon it is Mercury, with the planet of communication on hand to give your relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Investing money today can reap big returns and dividends. It's also a great day to connect with those you haven't spoken to in quite some time. If you're single, pay attention to the people you meet or engage with today. They could play an important role in your future. Embrace the positivity and good vibes. Today is a pleasant day, which is a nice change from all the cosmic chaos of last week. There's some powerful energy fueling your ambition and driving you to get a lot done today, but power struggles are unavoidable during the difficult Moon, Mars, and Pluto cardinal T-square. If you can feel the tension building between you and someone else who also wants the leadership role you're intent on playing, it's going to come to a head at some point. And when it all blows up in your face, it's not going to be pretty. You might want to have an alternate plan ready in case your authority is successfully challenged. After a brief void of course period, the Moon enters playful Leo, helping diffuse some of the more difficult cosmic energy from earlier. Luckily, you should be able to forget about some of the day's tenser moments as you play with your kids or go out dancing with friends. Being the center of attention is your main goal now, and whether it's adoring affection from a lover or all eyes on you on the dance floor, you're happy to soak up the happiness that being in the spotlight offers you now. Regardless, we will confront psychological material at this time, and we are offered protection to this end so we might understand our inner workings and unconscious motivations without getting overwhelmed. Following this connection, the Moon falls into a void lasting into the early evening. Use this time for reflection. We might think we are living in the here and now, but how much of our personality and identity hinges on nostalgia? Are our thoughts of what it means to be productive, tech-savvy, or eco-conscious actually rather inefficient and outdated? Under this influence, we believe that it is our purpose, our mission, to help others modernize their lifestyles by encouraging them to think outside the box. There is freedom in liberating ourselves from old conditioning, and thankfully, others see our message as revolutionary and exciting, rather than disruptive. In the morning, the Cancer Moon trines Neptune in Pisces, stimulating our creative impulses. Ultimately, we get more from rest than from exertion now. When we allow ourselves to relax, we gain the ability to tune into serendipity and thereby develop greater trust in our intuition. We can use this influence to practice divination techniques, such as reading tea leaves, tarot, or scrying. Looking to our astrological charts can also be revelatory, not because we are seeking answers, but because we are open to receiving insights from the universe. Late in the morning, the Moon squares off with Mars in Aries, provoking tension. Our emotional needs and desires conflict at this time, creating an internal battle of wills. We risk taking our frustrations out on anyone who happens to get in our way. Obviously, this is a poor use of our energy, which can be much better applied to self-examination. Otherwise, we can get our angst out through physical activity, but should avoid competitive sports as we could accidentally injure ourselves or another when we are simply attempting to face a challenge courageously.